Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Are you playing this morning? You had your breakfast and now you're playing. Yes. You're getting big. I think we're going to go play in the kitchen this evening. Yes, find a bigger world for you. Yes, all the waggy tail puppies. All the waggy tail puppies. There's Yolo near the ball. This is the little brown boy taking another snack. That's red. No, I think that's purple. That's purple with the squeaky toy. I love that toy. It crackles and it squeaks. There's little light blue in the corner. Dark green getting picked on by purple. There's little teal girl climbing over the octopus. Ah, he's red. Light blue is a good explorer. He wants to come out of the box. He's curious about things. That's a good sign. We like that. Purple's very playful. Very playful. Yellow pushes her weight around a little bit. She's a little pushy. But she's a big girl. And she knows it. Somebody's looking to potty. We'll let him have some privacy. Yeah. How's everybody, huh? Oh, Tia likes that toy, the octopus toy. She's a bitty little thing.
And I'm Jerry. Good to have you with us today. We start with the second forecast. Meteorologist Joe Calhoun. Is the rain kind of moving out of here now?
Most of it. It's kind of drizzly out there. Let's check the radar. You can see a little bit of light precipitation. Mainly in eastern sections, been kind of drifting up from the south.
Little brown boy goes to play with his brown sister. They kind of know they're a different color. It's funny. But they kind of hang together.
A little damp out there this morning. That's when it's going to start. But I think this afternoon we'll see a little sun. Maybe a stray shower later on as a cool front comes in. Ahead of that front, we get in the mid-60s.
There he goes.
Been the last few days. Tomorrow, cool day. Despite sunshine, we're only near 60 degrees. We'll make some sun and clouds and a chilly breeze on Friday, 60. And that's it.
There goes Red.
Could be a sprinkle on Friday, but I think it should be dry.
For you.
Yeah, I'll say.
All right, Joe, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Our top story this morning, Sandusky said Jerry Sandusky is returning to appeal after a Center County judge handed down a sentence that essentially put Sandusky behind bars for the rest of his life. Sandusky read a 14-minute statement in court, continuing to claim that that didn't sway the judge from putting Sandusky away for 30 to 60 years. The lead prosecutor called the statement ridiculous.
Exploit beatings, narcissism, a lack of feeling for the pain he caused others, and to the end, an unwillingness to accept responsibility.
He's maintained his innocence from the very first investigation that started back in 2008. He maintains it now, and I suspect he'll maintain it 10 or 20 years from now.
Several victims are asking the court to see Sandusky's sentence. And Governor Tom Corbett, who was Attorney General when the Sandusky investigation began, released a statement calling Sandusky's victims courageous. He said, quote, the sentence will hopefully give comfort to those young men.
Little Red's taking on Yolo. My goodness.
This man go to prison for the rest of his life. And our coverage continues on WGAL.com. There you can read a moment-by-moment account of what happened in the courtroom and learn about what Sandusky's life is expected to be.
And Blue is playing with Brown Boy.
Peter Township police are looking for two people they say led them on a high-speed chase. Just wanted to know why the driver of this car took off when they posted it at the Easttown Mall on Tuesday. Police say no one was hurt in the chase that ended when the car hit a tractor trailer at a construction zone. The two people inside ran into the woods. Harrisburg police are deploying more officers to Curtin Street again following another weekend shooting. No one was hurt in that shooting, but it is just the latest in a string of shootings in that area, including some that damaged cars and homes.
Oh, we're looking out. We're tall enough to look out.
There's a new proposed ordinance that will prohibit residents from piling up leaves near storm drains. Officials say it's been a problem in the past that led to pooling water and traffic dangers. Council is fine-tuning the ordinance that will include fines for violence.
Now, a push to change policy at Hemphill High School in Lancaster County after some Hemphill players were suspended from the team for 2 months after they were caught drinking at a party. The superintendent stands by this decision, saying the students broke a promise. Some parents say the school never had any legitimate proof of wrongdoing and were shocked by the punishment. We had no indication that the school was going to take it to the extremes that they did it. And the superintendent says she'll consult other districts to see how they handle similar situations. Well, new this morning, this is Fire Prevention Week, and we continue to share important tips to help keep you safe and your family.
We talked about the importance of having smoke detectors on every floor of your home, and now News 8's Dan Shannon joins Deputy Fire Chief Adrian Borey to take a look at how to get out of a burning home.
This week's Fire Prevention Week, and